Hey guys, today we are looking at The Art of Darksiders. This is a nearly 300-page book highlighting the artwork of Joe Madureira, or Joe Mad, the creative director of Darksiders. This actually released in November of 2010, so almost a year after the original Darksiders released. It's published here by Udon Entertainment. Kind of hard to see the little logo up here. They've actually published other video game related art books, and in particular they've published some Capcom related stuff for Resident Evil, Mega Man, and other franchises. This originally retailed for $39.99 here in the US, although you can actually get it for a bit cheaper. Actually, it's on sale over at Amazon. You can pick it up for 27 bucks now, and it's eligible for free Amazon Prime shipping. So I'm going to do a quick flip through. I'm obviously not going to look at all of the pages, considering it's over 300 pages long. But I just want to show you what it consists of, and well, let's take a look. So right away we got some official artwork here, and it's broken up into a few categories. There's illustrations, characters, creatures, bosses, weapons, environments, etc. So let's take a look. It starts off right with the prologue, and this pretty much is the same prologue from the game. And here's some various magazine cover pieces of artwork that were published, some promotional material, and here we are with some of the first concept pieces. So what's cool about this in general is that it not only shows you the first concept pieces of artwork, but it also shows you the progression. So sometimes it'll show you an initial concept and then how it evolved until its final concept. And sometimes it even goes as far as giving you almost like a turnaround view, where it shows you the back of the character, the side of the character in their actual models, and then sometimes the actual end game model that appeared in the game. Some of the characters, like Lilith here, this piece of concept artwork was for the character, but the character actually didn't make a physical appearance in Darksiders. I believe she did make an appearance in the comic book, although Lilith, her voice is believed to be heard, and she's sort of like the reasoning why Abaddon turned evil of sorts. So again, here's some more characters. So there's a handful of artwork pieces in here that basically were never used. The characters weren't in the game, or they didn't make a physical appearance, and they only had maybe their name was in the game but not a physical appearance. So the Abyssal Riders here, so the enemy riders here. Here's some of the bosses, or the mini bosses, the jailer from the Twilight Cathedral. So jumping ahead here, here's some more enemies now. We've moved on from the characters. Trauma and some more development sketches. Here just shows the armor, and there's the fallen angels. The Guardian, which is the mini boss, or boss that you fight 3 times during the Black Throne. One of my favorite battles, I should say. Silitha, one of the Chosen. Straga, who you fight twice, once at the very beginning of the game in the End War during the Apocalypse, and then of course as the boss for the Black Throne. So it's pretty sweet. But moving on, now we have the environment. Here we have the whole overworld, basically, of the destroyed city. And then here we have some of the concept artwork of the various locations. I like this page in particular. It shows what the initial building would have looked like, and then like sort of like progression of it in ruins, and then I guess they put together multiple concepts and picked and choose which ones they wanted to use. Again, here there are some locations that never actually appeared in the game that are listed here, and there's also some locations, like here's Anvil's Ford, which Obviously that's where you meet Ulthane, but this actually doesn't, this actually carries very similar to how it appears in the game. But some locations they're pictured, but the end game result was a little bit different. So it's pretty sweet, and I'm flipping through rather quickly. We're already at page 160 here. Jumping ahead, not showing all the pages obviously. But there's a lot of stuff about the various environments. But jumping ahead, after the environments, it focuses on the weapons. And here is the Chaos Eater, which is War's primary weapon, his sword. And it shows just the official artwork, and I guess he shows him wielding it. Then here's the Harvester, which serves as Death's primary weapon in Darksiders 2. I believe it's a secret item that you could get. Although you could just get a more generic scythe artwork, or item I should say. But here's the artwork for it. The crossblade from the Twilight Cathedral. The Earth Collar, which you get from Volgrim at the beginning of the game. Mercy, which is, I believe that's Strife's pistol. Although, I believe that was not Strife's item. It was just called the same thing in Darksiders. Tremor Gauntlet, some of the other items. But so it has artwork and concept artwork for all the different items. Then it also has some of the artifacts, some of the various, like the caskets that War will uncover that have secret treasures, sometimes souls. Some more artifacts here. And here's just some icons, the 7 seals, the broken seal. It's funny because that makes a tiny appearance at the very end of Darksiders, the 7th broken seal. It has its own concept artwork. So they really design stuff pretty much for everything. Here's the actual icons that appear in the game. And there was actually even some icons that, these are early icon designs that didn't make it. So they even included that. Here's some logos, some of the various logos. Then we have some CG models here. These are pretty in-depth, pretty detailed. Shadow War. I love that piece of artwork. Ulthane. There's Azrael. So it's pretty good. There's a lot of information here. I'm not reading all of it. Earlier on when it showed the characters, there's some pretty detailed information too about all the different characters and enemies and items that you do get. So it's not just a listing of the artwork, but there's a lot of goodies to be had in here. And it's just a really fun book to flip through. If you're a fan of the series, I think it's just a must-have. It's a sweet collector's item, and it's just got so much in here. Here's all the chosen, or 4 of the 5 chosen. It's missing Tiamat, which is right there. Or there's Griever. And yeah. So it's a pretty sweet book. I highly suggest it. I guess I only have one beef with it, and one beef at all. And I just think for a book like this, I wish there was a hardcover version. But it only comes in softcover, but that's okay. So that's Joe Madureira's artwork for the original Darksiders. You can pick it up at Amazon for not that much. It's 27 bucks with free Amazon Prime shipping, and originally retailed for $39.99. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time for another item in the my Darksiders collection. Take care.